And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we're going to play World Capitals, the no-moving game created by Nicolas Rózsa with over 250 plus locations. This is one where it's not easy, but it's not impossible. And it shows how well you can recognize a city by its architecture, building, people, cars, foliage, etc. So we've done this again. It's the second game. We'll do this as a 2-minute no-move challenge. And as always, the play-along link is in the description below. So let's get right into it and see where this takes us. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a nice water side. Watch for cyclists. Cycle route to airport. Looks like New Zealand to me. And yeah, look at that. And that's where we're going to go. Kid on his scooter, got the appropriately equipped helmet. And now we need to figure out off to our east. So I wonder. We're probably over here. There's the port or whatever right across there. This wraps around. So I'm guessing we're probably about there where this building is here, because there's the bike trail right in the middle of that one. 350. And on Oriental Parade, let's go for that. And there we are, 5,000 points, 9 yards. Take a drink of water. Apologies for that. I am quite thirsty today. Okay, so this is getting the feeling of Reykjavik, Iceland. I was about to say Scotland, which is interesting. There's graffiti, which is always interesting. But I'm not entirely sure that this is actually... Yeah, I'm going to guess that this is it. Rounded. These rounded light poles. Looking south, there's a port to the... Okay, we got to find the port. So maybe we're over water. Maybe this isn't it. Maybe the airport's... Yeah, maybe this is a park. Maybe we are here on Hringbot. I don't know about that, though. Not sure about this. Maybe... Not sure about that one. But it seems like it doesn't curve. I don't think this is it. Crap. Hopefully we're not out this far. Oh no, we are over here. Wow. A little further away afield from Reykjavik, 3.9 miles, 4,977 points. Okay. I wish I would have had a little more time on that one. Okay. In any case, there's IKEA, McDonald's, Mola, bowling and pub. Okay, I'm wondering if this is Hungary. And it is. What's going on here? Okay, so we've got, there's H, Hungary. Okay, bowling, pub and bake, sugar, cinema. Seemed like we might be further afield from Budapest, and let's see. Okay, we're looking south. Looks like the city might be that way, if I had to take a guess. So maybe we're out here somewhere. M. Okay, that's interesting. I don't know if that's an ad. Seems like there's ads a lot of places. Guy looking over here at us. Okay, IKEA. So 24 seconds. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this in time, but I would probably start searching for an IKEA. It feels like we're out this way somewhere. And okay, 4.7 miles. We were outside of Budapest again, near Rakosfalva. Okay, I really got that one wrong. In terms of, I guess the directions just didn't really pay attention. But in any case, 4.7 miles. We get off to the next round. And let's see where this one takes us. Gonna have to do this game. Looks like a military vehicle of some sort there. I'm gonna have to do this game no time. Poland. Okay, so Warsaw, and they confirm there, Ulika Walveskalis, blah, blah, blah. Fitness club. There we go. That's where I need to head today. Polish flag. Okay, so we get Polish flag there. What do we have here? Poznan. Is that what that says? Straight that way, which is looking to the west, kind of ish. Poznan. So let's go out here somewhere. Okay, now Zverk and think Filtry. Okay, so there's Filtry. Walweska and Zvert. So where are you, Zvert something? Oh boy. There we go. Is this it? We can't see that. It's not there. Could it be this one or this one? That's probably this. Probably here. Anything? Right there. Right there, I think. Right here. And there we were. 11 yards. Took me a little while. A little slow today, I guess. 5,000 points. Right outside of Warsaw, Poland, or down. This game is, which I like. It's a little more difficult because we're not necessarily in the city center. But 11 yards, 5,000 points, and we'll get off to the fifth and final round. See where this takes us. And somebody fishing. Oh, interesting water tower. Helsinki. So is this Stockholm? Capelli. That maybe this is Helsinki. But there's a so there's a cruise ship in a port. Oh boy, this It looks like maybe, if I'm going to guess, that's Finland, the Finnish flag. Helsinki. Yeah, it's Helsinki. Helsingborgs. But there's a club in, club in Sweden with Helsingborgs. Maybe I'm mistaking that. Maybe it's this Finnish league. Interesting, solid double yellow line there. Two bridges together, which is probably, would that be it? Yeah, we're probably on this Lau, whatever this is here. A little more than halfway, so I'm going to guess we're probably over here on the Latasaren Sitta. Yeah, so this is where we are. I'm going to guess this one. And 32 yards, 5,000 points. We were actually in the water. But great guess there. I don't know why I said Stockholm. I think I just Helsingborg. I wonder if that's is Helsingborg a Swedish football club? I feel like it is, which would be interesting because Helsinki, not understanding what the origin of that, maybe Finnish folks started the club. If that is the case, I'm not sure. So comment down below if you know anything about Helsingborgs, because I believe that's a football club in Sweden. But after this game, I could look at it and could be in Helsinki. I don't know, but I'm familiar with that name. I don't know why it sticks out. Maybe I did the Swedish football stadiums game or Finnish football stadiums game, and maybe that's jogging my memory there. In any case, hopefully you like this one. Let's see what we got. 24,950, 50 points away from my perfect score. We'll try to get that next time. We went off to Wellington, New Zealand in the first round. Clues with that. Let's take a look at the clues. So anybody that wants to exit can feel free to exit now. And we'll go into each round to figure out for the new novice, beginner type players that want to learn more how I selected or why I selected the ones that I did. So for Wellington, New Zealand, quite frankly, you have English signs, driving on the left, and so you narrow that down to English-speaking countries, which few and far between. Realistically, if you're looking at it throughout the world, it's the New Zealand's, Australia's, United States, Canada, United Kingdom, and so on and so forth. Not many more than that. Here, the reason why it just looks well, the other thing is you then match it up with the driving on the left-hand side. It's got to be Australia, New Zealand, or the United Kingdom. It's definitely not the United Kingdom with the landscape. And one could say maybe this is Australia. The difference is Australia, Canberra is not going to have this big body of water. So Canberra's inland. There's water, there's lakes, but not a bay or a sea or whatever this is. Harbor, I should say. So that had to be Wellington. The second round went off to Iceland. A couple clues there. This is where I lost the points. Probably if I had a little more time, it could have gotten a good round there. Just a general feel, not a large city. Looks, I can't say Scandinavian because it's not Scandinavian, but it just looks not many trees. And if there are trees, they're pine. So you know you got to be far north. I've noticed that these rounded poles only really exist, or at least I've only been paying attention. North America rarely only exists. You only see them in Canada, maybe a little bit of Washington State. But I've noticed a differentiator in a lot of the Nordic or this Iceland or Faroe Islands, these lights here. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but they're rounded instead of straight up and out or whatever. Then you also have a port here. So you see these cranes and stuff. You know that there's big time shipping or shipping nearby. So it's got to be a capital near the sea. And there we're in Gullinbrú, Reykjavik, Iceland. The third round, we went off to Hungary. Pretty straightforward. There's a couple clues that you can tell that it's in Hungary. First and foremost, I didn't see this right away, but the H in the card doesn't necessarily mean they're in Hungary. It could be from another country, but you'll see that a lot. What else is there? Oh, there was a .hu, I think. It was here, if you can read it. Ford something, Petrani, maybe that's what it is. Petronal, and then .hu or .nh. So, and if you see Pesi, You could think maybe this is Romanian, but again, HU. If you notice any other clues, comment down below. I'm sure there's a flag somewhere that I'm missing. The AGY, Hungarian, just looks, when you see a lot of those words with GY, it is likely, not all the time, but likely Hungarian. The fourth round, we went off to Warsaw, Poland. Has a lot of clues from the flags here on this building. 1, 2. You could probably see, well, if you've played the games, you see the Poznan. At least if you're familiar, I guess you'd have to be familiar with Poznan. And then, quite frankly, do we have anything here? But the signs here. This blue with the, I guess this is the neighborhood. Below the red, the blue and the red, this is a typical Polish road sign. And here it is, Pogon PL. So PL, Poland. I didn't see it. .pl, the obvious one. I was looking more at the fitness club when I did this. So a lot of clues there. Pretty straightforward in that one. And the fifth round, Helsinki. It looked, this is an interesting water tower there. Didn't realize this could be a drawbridge. But again, it's going to be somewhere where you can get a cruise or cruise liner, a ship. Most capitals, ironically, do have ports, but not everyone does. So Kaapplei. The double A is, I don't know how many languages, but I've got to think either Estonian or Finnish. So it's one of those two. And over here, didn't see that one, but over here it says Helsingfors. Horvat. I'm not sure what that means, but I know H-E-L-S, sing, Helsinki. I mean, probably put 2 and 2 together. Helsinki makes sense. So there you go. The 5 rounds: Finland, Poland, Hungary, Iceland, and New Zealand. So we got 2 rounds there that we got a little far off the track. Next time we'll go for a perfect score, maybe untimed. As always, appreciate each and every one of you that tune in. I really do. Happy to be getting back after missing a couple of days of uploads, back and doing this on a regular basis. Want to do more, want to keep growing this channel. If you have any ideas, anything you want me to do, whether it's reaction videos, whether it's going for gold series, whether it's going back to do country profiles, or just play GeoGuessr play-alongs, let me know. Comment down below, because I'll do whatever the folks want me to do, as long as it fits in with geography or football. Football, if you're American, soccer. And I'm happy to do American sports as well, but most people watching this channel are football fans, like watching football, and geography nuts, and like GeoGuessr. So that's what I want to bring you. But if you have any suggestions or anything, games you want me to play, I'm always open to new suggestions, new thoughts, and listening to what you want out there. I appreciate it, as always. Until next time, cheers.